大家好，我是王惠敏。我的英文的名字是 Ase Wang. Hej, jag heter Åsa, jag är halvsvensk och min pappa är kines. สวัสดีค่ะAse Wang นะคะคุณพ่อเป็นคนจีนนะคะคุณแม่เป็นสวีเดนนะคะแต่ตอนนี้อยู่ที่เมืองไทยแล้วก็ที่สิงคโปร์ค่ะ See, I have a very special bond with MediaCorp because I started with MediaCorp. My first ever TV show I did, I was, I think, 17 years old, and it was with MediaCorp. So it's like going back to essentially where I started, and they pretty much found me and made me to where I am today. You know, I had many years of exploring, working in different countries, but it's a different feeling when you're coming back home and starting from basically a family that you started with. Because 我是新加坡人, I'm a Singaporean, right? Like, why would I not come back and work at home? You know, I feel that we should never forget where we started. And my parents are here. You know, I was born and raised in Singapore, so this is essentially home for me. And I feel most comfortable working from home. I might not look Singaporean because I'm half Swedish, but I am Singaporean. Oh my gosh, so many. Can I be biased and say Sheila Sim because she's like my friend? But seriously speaking, I would also say Sheila because we kind of did this career together. You know, we worked together in Hong Kong. We're both Singaporeans. We traveled the world and we worked together. We came back to Singapore. We almost had the same story, except Sheila's Goyi is Jiahao. A lot better than mine. Sheila I admire because I feel like she really puts in all that she has in a role. I do also admire a lot of, you know, the old-timers, Zoe Tay, Fan Wong, you know, because they were people I grew up watching and they're still here today. And I think if you can have such a long-lasting career, like, you're definitely doing something right. So yeah, I would definitely say Fan Wong, Zoe Tay, Sheila, even Fiona Xie. There's so many. 我很怕. And I only say that maybe because I probably need to brush up my Mandarin. Never say never, you know, but I'm also the kind that when I go on set, I want to feel good. I want to feel confident that I can deliver because essentially you do have that pressure of, you know, you want to make everybody proud. So maybe one day when my Mandarin is better. They're like the coolest godparents ever. So it started off with me working in Hong Kong, and I actually did a small cameo in a Hong Kong movie that had Daniel Wu in it. And we just became friends from, you know, me working in Hong Kong. And I became very good friends with his wife Lisa as well because we also did Supermodel Me together. So I worked with both Daniel and Lisa separately. Before I was married and I had a kid, I used to be Daniel and Lisa's third wheel, meaning that when they went on holiday, I would tag along and I'd be like the third wheel because at that time I wasn't married. And it just seemed right at the time to make them the godparents of Kaya because I feel that Daniel and Lisa resemble a lot of how I grew up myself. My dad is Chinese, my mom is Caucasian, and that's what they have. And I see that the way that they have, you know, raised their daughter Raven with a lot of Chinese background along with a lot of Caucasian background, I felt that is something that I wanted to instill in my daughter. And they're just really good people. Very simple. For someone like Daniel Wu, you don't have to be that simple and that normal, but he really is just the most simple, endearing person ever. So yeah, they're not only the godparents to my daughter, but they're also like a good friend of mine.